Hello, this is Creating Cards with Sherry. I'm Sherry, and I'm so glad you have joined me today for my Tickled Tuesday video. Today we're going to be learning a new technique called the rubber band technique. It's really easy, it's a lot of fun. You won't believe how simple and unique it is. Okay, we're going to be using the Irresistible Blooms bundle. So I not only have the stamps that I'm using, but also the die cuts. All right. And if you buy the bundles of these sets, um, you get 10% off the cost that it would be to buy them separately. So keep that in mind as you are searching for products that you want to use. We're going to make this cute little thank you card today, and I'm going to start by stamping. The colors that we're using today are Pacific Point, Bermuda Bay, Coastal Cabana, Garden Green, and Flirty Flamingo. So I'm going to grab my garden green, and we are going to make our leaves. And this is just a scrap of garden green that I'm using of the garden green cardstock. And that's all you need. This is another scrap. This is of the Coastal Cabana. And I'm just going to do our sentiment on that. And then I have another scrap of the Flirty Flamingo. And that's what we're going to do our flower in. And then the last bit of stamping that we have to do is our rubber band technique. And I'm going to use some Bermuda Bay paper for that. The rubber band technique is you take a block and you wrap a rubber band around it, and you can wrap it around as many times as you want. You can do it in any way, shape, or fashion that you want. It doesn't matter. I chose to use 3 different rubber bands, each different in their thickness and their width. And so that's what I'm using today, and I'm going to stamp with Pacific Point. And this is actually 2 inches by 5 1/4. Okay, I think what I'm going to do with my scrap paper is I'm just going to go like this so that if I go over it, I won't get it all over my paper. And you just ink it up on your ink pad, and then you just start to stamp. And each time you do it, it's going to be a little different than the one that you did before. Isn't that cool? And that's all there is to it. Very simple, easy, fun to do, and it makes a great card when you're done. All right, that's all the stamping we're going to do. I'm going to take my rectangle postage stamp punch, and I'm going to punch my sentiment out. And let's see. I got a little too far in, and so it won't line up right. So I'm going to just take this off. There we go. That's better. Now I can line it up in there. When you use these punches, you can press it down just far enough to get it where you want it and hold it firmly, and then you just punch. And our punches all have the lock mechanism, so it's easy to store. Rather than storing them this way, they go flat. Okay, so we've got our sentiment. And by the magic of television, I also have My die cut's already completed. So I've already done a set of leaves and my flowers. So we're going to have those ready. And then we're just going to assemble our cards. This is 5.5 by 8.5 Pacific Point, and this is 5.25 by 4 basic white. I'm going to put this basic white for my inside, the inside of my card. Now, if you want to, I won't do it on this one, but I did it on the other one. I'll show you. If you want to, you can stamp inside. You can stamp inside your card just to give it a little more pizzazz, and that's what I did on this one. You will want your bone folder. Make sure that you burnish the side really good so your card lays flat. Then I'm going to take this Bermuda base strip and I'm just going to put that over to the left, making sure I leave a decent amount of a boundary around it so that it's centered correctly. And this is, we used our Stampin' Seal to do that. We're also going to use our mini glue dots and our Stampin' Dimensionals for this project. I am taking my leaves and I'm putting a stamp on the end on the front of them, and you'll see why in just a second. All right. We're going to take our flower then, and I'm going to take that glue dot and I'm going to put it right there so that it is part of my flower. Very simple. Okay. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to put dimensionals on it so that it stands up on our card. And I'm going to put a couple dimensionals on the sentiment as well. And then let's see, this one I put down towards the middle, so you could do that, or you could put it up here on the end too. I kind of like it in the middle though. It seems to fill it up better for me. So there you go. And that's the card. Wasn't that simple and easy to do? Um, all of these directions are on my blog, Creating Cards with Sherry at blogspot.com. If you wish to purchase any of these products, whether it be the inks or the adhesives or the stamp bundle, the bundle, you can go to my shop, creatingcardswithsherry.stampinup.net, and you can order your products from there. Use the host code HXTAPSVX to get any rewards that are due for you, and then you'll be set. I will have all the instructions, the measurements, and etc. on my blog, so make sure that you go to the blog to check that out. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it, and I hope that you have enjoyed this little video as well. Thank you. You have a great day, and we'll see you at Simple Sunday.